Hello, everybody. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach. We are coming here from another love circle. And Happy New Year. Happy 2024. And today we are talking about worthiness. So, this is the perfect first love circle of the year. We want to make sure that 2024 becomes the year where our worthiness, our self-worth, becomes higher internally, and we stop chasing the external worthiness that we all are so conditioned and used to do. So today's topic is embody divine worthiness. And there are a couple of things in there. One is, what is divine worth, and what does it even mean to embody divine worth? So just give me a second. Somebody is joining, and I have to. Okay, we are all good. Okay, so coming back to, one is, what is divine worth, and the second would be, how do we embody divine worth? How do we even do that? So when we look at worthiness, we could look at it from so many different angles, what it means to you, how you see it, but what worthiness truly is an internal image that we have, internal image that I have of myself, how much I trust myself. If I trust myself, I can go for X, I will feel worthy to go after X. If I see myself that I can have what I desire, I will actually take the steps to create that. So our self-worth is tied to how we see ourselves inside of ourselves. You might have experienced it that somebody looked at you and they'd be like, "Oh, you're so talented, you can create anything," but then in your mind you're just thinking, are they looking at me or somebody else? You don't even feel the sentiment that they are feeling. Or you might felt this way about somebody else. You're looking at them and you're saying, "Hey, you're so talented, you're so this, you're so that," but they don't see it. They just stay stuck wherever they are. The disconnect is how they see themselves or how you see yourself, how I see myself. That is the real driving force. That is where the worth comes from. And the reason there is that disconnect, I see something else in you, but you don't see it in yourself because you are connected with what we call conditioned worth. You don't even see your divine worth. So what do I want to do in today's 30-minute or so conversation is attempt to show you what is divine worth and how you can disconnect from the conditioned worth. What are the tools you can use, and how you can embody this divine worth, and you can bring out your inner gifts and share with all of us in this world, because we need your gifts. You need my gifts. We all need each other gifts. But what really brings it out is how worthy we feel. What is the internal image we have for ourselves? So I did touch a little bit about the conditioned worth. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, but first let's ask ourselves, why do I want to even work on raising my worth? What does it do? Let's say I already have a good career. Yeah, I don't feel worthy to have it, but I have a good family, like everything is fine. Why do I want to work on my worthiness? So that is the question. Why do I even want to work on it? So whenever I am thinking about something, a goal or something I want to achieve, there's two types of signal I'm sending out in the universe. One is my conscious mind. So I'm like, okay, we'll take a physical example. Okay, I want this house. Now I'm sending out that signal. My unconscious mind is also sending out a signal, and that is dependent on how my internal image is, unconsciously how I see myself. So maybe consciously I'm looking at the house and I'm like, it's so beautiful. I want it. I want to live in it. It will be perfect. Look at it has all these features and I would love to have it. But then unconsciously, I don't see myself as somebody who can actually live there. And if I am not being honest with myself, if I don't spend a lot of time within me, I don't even know that that's what's going on. But there is another signal that is being sent out. An unconscious mind signal always is more powerful than the conscious mind signal. So when these two energies are going out, the stronger one attracts the physical aspect from the universe that I will experience. And most likely, I will not get that house. And I'll be just thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get this house? I did all these things and nothing is working out. So when our self-worth is on a lower end, when it's not matured and high and at a level of divine worth, when it's not at that level, we keep going through one block after the other. Even if my life looks perfect to you on the outside, even if I have a solid career, I have a spouse, I have kids and everything, I feel stuck inside me. I would feel lost inside of me. And the way I mean, just the other day, I think it was yesterday, somebody commented, what if you have like, a husband and kids and all that, but you still feel anxiety and depression and all the good stuff that we go through. Does that come from? That comes from that low internal self-worth that we have. So the reason we really want to do this work is so I can feel good inside of me without any outside resource or any outside input. I want to feel good and inside of me. I don't want to depend on what I can have outside of me. That worth needs to come from within me. It cannot come from a degree. So that brings us to conditioned worth. Now, most of us, the way we are trained, we live with conditioned worth. Our worth becomes the career I have, the degree I have. So many women I know, when they go through divorce, the first thing they think of, I need to go back and get another master's. I need to go get a PhD. This is a perfect time to go to, nursing school or law school or medical school. Why? Because when we have higher education, the society will give you the worth. They will give you a title. They will give you that PhD doctor title. They will give you like all kind of alphabets at the end of your name. That is conditioned worth. And it comes from whether you're married or you're not, whether you have kids, whether you have multiple kids or you have one kid, our worth comes from the outside. And that's why we feel so empty inside, even if we have everything on paper. Perfect. If you have a really good job, really good career, you have a most loving husband, and then you have amazing kids, but then at the same time, you're like, I am not feeling good within me. I feel anxiety. I feel fear. I feel guilt. I feel shame within me. Why don't I really feel worthy? Again, the worth is outside of you. It's not within you. That's why you're feeling it. But most of the time, because we don't learn the things that I'm sharing here right now on regular basis, most of the time what we think, oh, you know what? I think I need to change my career. You know what? I think I need to get a bigger house. I need to get a better car. You know what? I think I need to go visit my bucket list places. So we get further distracted while that thing within us keeps screaming. It wants us to embody our divine worth. So hopefully so far it makes sense how we live with the conditioned worth. And whenever we live with a conditioned worth, we are going to be so scared of losing it as well. It always comes with fear. When I help my clients attract a wonderful partner, we don't even work on it. We only work on falling in love with this person. Because if I attract a partner without falling in love with this person, I'm always going to be afraid of losing that love outside of me. But when love is within me, there's no fear. If this partner leaves, there will be another one. The partner does not define how worthy I am. My internal image will be defined by how I see myself, how much I trust myself. So that is the difference. So let's get into I just want to give a distinction as we are switching from the conditioned worth to what divine worth would be. True worth makes you feel whole even if you have nothing. So if you can be homeless living under the bridge with no money to your name and you can still feel worthy, that will be a true embodiment of divine worth. And for a human, that is what a true worth is. And I know it might sound a little extreme example, but that is what I'm inviting all of us to embody, and that is the path I'll be showing you. But before we get there, I invite you to make a list of all the things that come to your mind. I feel worthy because, I have XYZ. I feel worthy because I am contributing amazing things to this world. I feel worthy because I'm a mom. Like, create a long list, however long that is. And then I know you guys might be watching it later on. So pause the video, create the list. But after you have done creating that list, right next to it, I am none of that. I am none of this. Because we don't want to attach our worth with what we possess in this world. The worth has to come from a very different place. It has to come from a very different dimension. Only then it's true worth because there's no condition involved. Because if I say I feel worthy because I'm a mom, what happened when my kids leave home to go somewhere else? Or what happened if I lose my child decide to go back to his creator? What happens then? That is going to challenge my identity. Now I not feel worthy? That creates so much pain in us human. When we lose a spouse, we lose a pet, we lose a child, we lose a job, we lose a house, whatever happened outside of us, and it creates a lot of pain within us because our worth was dependent on that thing or whatever that thing was contributing in our life. So put in front of that and decide that, this is not what's making me worthy. I am none of this. Then who are we? What is it that truly makes us be worthy of being on this planet, of being in this universe? And that is your soul. And you can say soul, you can say your divine being, your secret self, whatever you want to name it. But there is something within me, there's something within you once it leaves. Once that energy leaves, people are going to, wrap us up, give us a bath, and, put us underground. That's something that leaves, that is your true worth. And there is a power that created that something. There is a higher being that paused, thought of you, and created you. That is your worth. That is your divine worth. That's it. No more stuff needed. No husband needed to feel worthy. No degrees needed to feel worthy. No wonderful work in this world to feel worthy. You could be just a gardener somewhere, but that is your worth. A higher power thought of you and created you. But it goes even deeper. That higher power gave you the same abilities and attributes as that higher power has. Our creator made us creator. Our creator is beautiful, made us beautiful, is compassionate, made us compassionate, is kind, made us kind, is merciful, made us merciful. I can go on and on with all the almost 100 names and attributes that I know, but that is your worth. That is your true worth. It's not what you can possess. It's who you can become if you're willing to look inward. That ability, that diamond that is sitting within you dormant. You might be already excavating, trying to take it out, trying to dig it out, or you don't even know that there is a diamond within you. So when we look at ourselves with this level of divine worth, you don't have to have anything of this world to feel worthy. Your worthiness comes from somebody thought of you and created you. But let's go even a step deeper. You are so worthy that you got to come into a physical body. This is your time to shine. You are not sitting on the bench. You're in the playing field and playing, and you are the star player right now. That is your worth. Just because you are in this physical body, you are worthy. You don't need anything else to add the worth. That would be all false worth. The true worth is you're already in this body. The truth is there's so many souls right now out there who don't have a body. Some had it and they're out of it, and some are waiting for a body and they don't have it yet. But me and you do. Isn't that so cool? That is your true worth. Tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, I invite you to do it. Open your eyes and just go like, "Oh my God, I am back in a body." How wonderful. What a privilege. What a worthiness that you get. You don't even just exist, but you exist in a body so you can actually experience stuff with all your senses. You can create, you can be kind to someone. You can give someone a hug. You can smile at someone. You can smell the flower. You can feel the cold. You can run around outside. That is your worth. That is your real worth. You are a soul that gets to be in a body with the attributes of your creator. So now that we are creating the foundation of this divine worth, first let's look at everybody's equally worthy. The friend that you are judging is just as worthy as you are. The person that you just passed by and they look weird is just as worthy as you are. The homeless person that you met is just as worthy as you are, because we all have this ability within us. Now it's up to you if we take that ability out, if we become the conscious creator of our life, if we choose to become merciful to others, if we choose to become kind and loving to others, or if we want to go around and judging and hating everybody. It's up to us. But that ability is within each and every one of us. So we are just as equally worthy. And I invite you to start looking at other people with this level of divine worth, that they are just as worthy as you are. And I know in some situations it's challenging, especially when it comes to our close relationships, especially when someone has treated us bad and we just want nothing but bad for them, in anger. We all have been there. In that moment, remember that person is just as worthy as you are. And you don't have to do anything to deserve more. You already are it. Deserve is one of the words that we don't use in our household. We are not allowed to say, I deserve to rest, I deserve to play, I deserve dessert or anything. We get to have it. You want it, you get it. You want a better life, you get it. Of course, you have to dig the diamond out. You have to step into those abilities, those divine abilities that you have, that embodiment part that we are talking about. You will step into that to embody it, but you are already worthy. It is your divine worthiness. A power created you. And then a power decided to come into this body to live in this physical experience. Nothing more is needed to make you feel worthy. You want to go to school, get another degree? Sure, go ahead. But don't go into school with this thought, if I get this degree, I can get more respect, I can get more letter after my name, and I can maybe get a raise. Money comes from God. It does not come from a degree. I am sure we all know people who have way more money than us, and their degree is much smaller than us. So we know that that is one of the biggest lies we've been told. But if you want to study, go study, learn, explore the world. But don't think if you're going to put like, Paris pictures, you are going to be more worthy than your friends on social media. So that is where we have to become very honest what goes on inside of our mind, how we are thinking, why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, what is the intention behind the things I am doing. That is where you will discover if you have so low self-worth, if you have conditioned worth, or if you truly have divine worth. And that is something I challenge myself all day long. And I keep a very close eye. And whenever I find something that is coming from conditioned worth or low worth, I unpack it right there and then and try to shift it. Because this is not a pill you're going to take and then you're just divine worth and you have embodied it. This is every moment work you'll be doing, and you'll be peeling the layers till forever. Because the darkness that is within us, that is our beloved part of us, is not going away. It's always going to tell you to compare yourself, to judge others, and think bad about others. But in that moment, you get to remind yourself, hey, I am just as worthy as this person. And this person is just as worthy as me. One of the things that this concept has really helped me when I need to release or I want to release a relationship, I release it from a place. It's not that I'm releasing the person that they are not good for me. If they are not good for me, most likely I'm not good for them either. So I'm releasing them so we both can get benefit of that release. We both are equal. Imagine if we can start looking at people as equal to us at all time, and we never have to put anyone down or put ourselves down, and we can see everybody equal. Who we would become if we can see ourselves as equal to the people we admire and our role models and whatnot, who we would become then. That is divine worth. Um, I'm just checking my notes if I covered all the things in that area. So, what is really going to make it hard for you to embody this divine worth? We just learned the concept, okay, beautiful, I'm a soul, I'm all this, and how do I get to make it mine? So we have to understand that, the soul is created with this divine worth, and it's pure light. It has the attributes of the creator. But when we come in the physical body, there's like, it's almost like there's a fine print. By the way, when you come in the physical body, you inherit darkness. Darkness gets activated because this experience is about your soul developing and finding a higher level of being one with its creator. So that is a tangent I'm not going to get into. But that darkness that we get blessed with is also embodied in the ego that we live with. So that would be the conditioned self. That would be the conditioned worth. And that is not going away. So whenever you want to lean into your soul and you're like, I'm already worthy and this and that, and the ego goes, oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. You're already that. Have you looked at your bank account? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at like, who your sister is or who your friend is? So when that voice comes, this is almost how we act in that moment. It's like, a child is just dancing, dancing in joy, and all of a sudden we freeze. We're like, oh yeah, that is right. That is right. In that moment, you can make a decision to not listen to that voice And you can make a decision in that moment. Everything is within me. Everything is within me. Whether I take it out or not, it's up to me, but everything is within me. So keeping your eye on the prize and the prize is within you, everything is within you. When you're looking at yourself as everything is within me, you are connected with your soul consciousness. And then ego conscious is not going to control you. So no matter what you want to work on within you, in that moment, being proactive and not reactive. Don't try to argue or make the ego wrong or try to fight with it. Be proactive and remind yourself everything is within me. Everything is within me. And I get to be all of it. Anytime you decide you can be all of it. Um, and one little thing I'm just gonna have you guys do is let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. And now just look inward, whatever you see inside of you. Do you feel presence of something? An energy maybe moving through you, or energy just hanging in there? Maybe there's a movement to it. Mine has a movement to it. That is the real you. That is the soul. And the more you get to know this part of you, the more you get to embody who you truly are. And now you might say, okay, Alia, how do I get to know this part of me? No one can help you. There's only one way. You sit down with yourself, you quiet yourself, you close your eyes, you feel this energy within you, and you talk to it. Show me who you are. Let me know who you are. And that conversation, that desire to talk to it is going to start a two-way conversation. And over time, you are going to have a different sense of yourself. You'll be like, no, I'm somebody else. I'm somebody expanded. I'm somebody expansive beyond this physical body. You won't be able to put your finger on it. You won't be able to really quantify it, but it will be more like a knowing and a feeling. And then you will go to the same party, you'll meet the same friends, but you will meet them as a different version of you. And I'm not talking about meditation, where we try to develop, like, our different chakras, we're trying to open it. I'm talking about sitting with yourself, eyes closed, looking inward, and just becoming familiar with the energy that already lives within you, that keeps you alive, connecting with that. And when I got a little deeper into that aspect, one day I heard a voice. I can hear my soul talk to me and my guides and God as well. I can at this point distinguish the three. So my higher self said, "You're not this." And in that moment, I was like, okay, if I'm not this, then who am I? And when I brought that question to my mentor, he said, nobody can tell you when you will find the answer, and you might feel a little lost. But if you will keep asking, if you will keep going to that place within you and keep asking, show me who I am, one day the answer would be revealed. And he also said it took him 2 years before that happened. It took me a little over 2 years, but once the answer started to unfold, and it was a lot of resources coming from outside of us and getting to a place where I know who I am as a soul, that has taken my divine worth to a very different level. And that has also helped me bring out those gifts outside and share with others on a more expansive level than trying to just share a little bit, because our internal self-image and our trust with ourself is directly tied to how much of myself I'm going to share with the world. And the reason I am in this world, so I can share all of me. You're here so you can share all of you. So when I feel like I am doing it and not a soul that is doing it through me, then I'm going to hide. But when I embody that I am just a channel, this body is just a suit that I'm wearing, my soul is wearing, and I just become open and I feel that high sense of divine worth, that I'm not holding back anything. That is when the world can truly benefit from the light, my light, and the world can truly benefit from your light. That's why we work on going from conditioned worth to divine worth and truly embodying it. One of the quote that I want to share with you all, and I know we are at the end of our time. One of the quote that I want to share with you all, and I invite you to write it down, carry it with you, memorize it, live your life by it, is from Course in Miracle, and it says, I have to read it. Okay. It's been a while that I read it, so I just wanted to make sure I'm reading it correctly. The truth about you is so lofty. So imagine if you can ever discover who you truly are, it is so lofty that nothing worthy of God is worthy of you. So anything that you will not offer to a higher power is not worthy of you. So what could that be? That could be, a job where you're not happy, a relationship where you're being abused. Would you offer that to a higher power? No, you won't. Then why are you offering it to yourself? The kind of things that you think about yourself, the kind of words that you speak about yourself, the kind of food you give to your body, nothing that is unworthy of God is worthy of you. So start filtering your life from this place, your thoughts, your words, your actions. Will I offer this action to a higher power? Will I offer, like, binge watching Netflix for 3 days in a row, laying in my PJs, eating ice cream, never leaving my house? I understand you're feeling depressed, but is that something you will offer to a higher being? Then don't offer it to yourself. Don't give that to yourself. Don't give that stagnant lifestyle to yourself. And the next part is choose in these terms and offer nothing that is not worthy. I'm losing it. I'm going to actually read it to you guys. Okay. So let me start it again. The truth about you is so lofty that nothing unworthy of God is worthy of you. Choose then what you want in these terms and accept nothing you would not offer to God as wholly fitting for Him. For me, the biggest part is choose then what you want in these terms. So when it comes to making choices in life, when it comes to me choosing what I'm going to wear today, what I'm going to eat today, what I'm going to drink today, who I'm going to talk today, what I'm going to learn today, what kind of man I'm choosing to spend my life with, what kind of friends I'm choosing to be around. Everything has to go through this filter that will I offer it to God? Because it's not that God give us the short end of the stick. We give ourselves short end of the stick because we don't believe that we are worthy of having more. Well, there's this being that's living in our body that is infinite. Infinite in abundance, in knowledge, in love. But we think we can have only this much because we've been conditioned to have only this much. So start filtering your life and start offering yourself only what you would offer to a higher power. I have a side quote there: believe in your greatness. Believe that you are an infinite being in this body, here to share your light. And I've been saying this in past few love circle. This is how I've been ending every love circle. And I would say now more than ever, we need your light. You might think you are such an insignificant person hiding in a corner, busy in your little world. We need your light. When you connect with your soul, when you connect with your divine worth, your light adds to the consciousness of this planet. And we need desperately to raise the consciousness of this planet. So if you are holding yourself back, we all are affecting by it. If I hold myself back today, I know the whole planet is going to affect by it. I am not insignificant. You are not insignificant. We are so important. Whether we believe it or we don't believe it, we all are connected and one. So if you never thought about raising your self-worth and start treating yourself as you are a higher being, as you are a God itself, today is the day. Now is the time. We need your light. We all need each other's light. So that is how we are ending today's conversation. And if you feel like you're ready to step into your divine worth and embodying this power and heal your conditioned worthiness issues, please reach out to me. I would love to be your guide. And for those of us who are watching us on YouTube, you can go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, book a call, and I would love to be your guide in helping you connect with the unlimited light of your soul. That is all for today, and I'm sending you all so much love. Bye.